The New York Mets just had the worst weekend of the season. Not the worst weekend for the Mets, the worst weekend of any team in the majors. They went into Miami with a 20-22 record, facing the worst team in the majors, a team riding a 7-game losing streak and a loser of 14 of its past 16. The Marlins had scored just 8 runs in those 7 defeats without hitting a single home run. This wasn't just a bad team with a bad offense, but a bad team with a historically awful offense. The Mets had Jacob deGrom starting on Friday and Noah Syndergaard on Sunday. It was a golden opportunity to win 3 in a row and climb back over .50. This is why Vegas always wins in the end. Friday, the Marlins win 8-6 as they score 7 runs, including a home run off deGrom in 5 innings. "Tonight's on me. I did a terrible job out there," deGrom said, saying he's not able to throw the ball where he wants to right now. At one point, Robinson Cano failed to run out an inning-ending 1-6-3 double play, later saying he thought there were 2 outs. Saturday, the Marlins win 2-0 as Pablo Lopez and 2 relievers combined for the 1-hit shutout, the only hit being Jeff McNeil's double on the first pitch of the game. "I do believe we have talent in there," Mets manager Mickey Callaway said after the loss. "We have to start making it happen, somehow, some way." Sunday, it didn't happen. The Marlins shut out the Mets 3-0 behind Sandy Alcantara's 2-hit, 89-pitch complete game in a contest that lasted 1 hour, 59 minutes. It was like the Mets couldn't wait to get out of there. The low point came when Cano didn't run after hitting a little trickler that hit behind the plate but then rolled a few feet fair. He stood at home plate arguing the call as the Marlins completed a 2-6-3 double play. "I understand that everybody is disappointed, the fans, the ownership, myself, the team, because this is not who we are," Callaway said. Or maybe it is. Years ago, Bob Klapisch and John Harper wrote a book, The Worst Team Money Could Buy, about the Mets in the early 90s. Maybe the 2019 Mets are merely the most mediocre team some money could buy. As you can imagine, Twitter had a field day, with rampant speculation about Callaway's future now in full Game of Thrones mode. There appears to be only one solution for the Mets. Not worried about the Mets. This is all just the beginning of the movie. The part before Yanis comes back in August, hits 74 home runs in 2 months and leads the Mets to the World Series. Cespedes Family Barbecue at Cespedes Barbecue, May 19, 2019. Aside from that miracle happening, here are 5 players the Mets need to see improve. 1 and 2. deGrom and Syndergaard. Look, this team was built around the idea that these 2 would be aces. But now deGrom is 3-5 with a 3.98 ERA and Syndergaard is 3-4 with a 4.5 ERA. It's not that they've been bad, they just haven't been as good as they were in 2018. Though deGrom is still 10th in the majors in strikeout rate, Syndergaard is just 36th and he's allowing home runs, never a problem with him before. Of course, deGrom had the rocky stretch in April when he had the sore elbow. Some teams can overcome the loss or the mediocre season of a star, and even if these 2 aren't the vocal leaders in the clubhouse, it's never a good feeling when your axis is a little off-center. Of all the Mets issues, this is probably the one I'm least concerned about, aside from the usual worry about their health. 3. Cano. Brodie Van Wagenen's deal for Cano and Edwin Diaz was certainly a risky type of challenge trade, giving up 2 excellent prospects for Diaz and assuming a large chunk of Cano's contract. Cano is hitting .245, .293, .374 with 3 home runs. The big red flag, his strikeout rate is at 20%, which is below the MLB average but big increase for him. His swing and miss rate is up and his chase rate is up. We can't ignore that Cano had the performance-enhancing drug suspension last year, but he hit better after he returned from the suspension. I wonder if Cano is going down the same road as Joey Votto, where the bat speed suddenly ages overnight. He's 36. I'd be worried. Point 4. And Rosario. I've never been high on Rosario, but he comes with a lot of prospect pedigree and he's still only 23 years old. But, man, he has been a disaster in the field, error-prone and not showing the range you expect from a quality major league shortstop. He's just not good. The defensive metrics back that up, as he's been charged with -13 defensive runs saved, the worst of any player at any position, and Rosario was bad last year. There are potential backup options. Adeiny Hechavarria started on Sunday and Jed Lowry, if he ever gets healthy, is a possibility, but this is a big concern. Point 5. Brandon Nimmo. I was very high on Nimmo coming into the season after he posted a .40 for OBP last year and hit 17 home runs in 433 at-bats. He looked like he'd be one of the best leadoff hitters in the league, even a candidate to lead the league in runs scored if he played every day. Instead, he has gone backward. He's still drawing walks, but his strikeout rate was prodigious at the start of the season and he's not driving the ball, so his average has dropped from .263 to 200. A hitter who looked like a potential .400 OBP guy with 20 to 25 home runs is instead hitting .200, .344, .323. It's also worth noting that 10 of his home runs last year came in a 24-game stretch in May and June. The good sign is he at least has cut down some on the swing and missed the past couple of weeks, so maybe he'll head into a hot streak. This is surely coincidence, but after beating the Phillies 9-0 on April 23, the Mets were 13-10 and Fangraphs gave them 20.1% odds of winning the division and 48% to make the playoffs. That 9-0 win was also the game Jacob Rame threw at Rhys Hoskins in the 9th inning. Those odds are now down to 6.8% and 16.4%. Maybe the baseball gods have spoken. Alcantara's gem. Let's not skip over Alcantara's shutout, because it was a terrific outing. It was the third Madisks of 2019, a complete game in under 100 pitches, the third of 2019 after just 2 in 2018, and offers a glimpse of the upside the Marlins saw when they got him as part of the Marcell Ozuna trade with the Cardinals.
Sandy Alcantara 89 PITCHCOMPLETEGAMESHUTOUT.
Claim Best Player in Baseball title. Jeff Passan. Kyle Hendricks, the 5th of March 1981 pitches. Rick Porcello, the 8th of March 1886 pitches. Rick Porcello, September 19, 1689 pitches. Jeff Samardzija, September 21, 1588 pitches. By the way, Greg Maddox's fewest pitches in a 9-inning complete game was 77, 63 of them for strikes. He had 7 sub-90 pitches complete games in his career. Oddly, 6 of them were shutouts, but the 77-pitch game was not Bieber's game. Alcantara's start, however, wasn't the best pitching line of the day. That belonged to Shane Bieber with this game in a 10-0 victory over the Orioles. 9 IP, 5H, 0R, 0 BB, 15 SIR, 107 pitches. ESPN Stats. The Exclusive Club. Dwight Gooden, 19 years, 301 days. Kerry Wood, 20 years, 324 days. Vince Velasquez, 23 years, 312 days. Bieber, 23 years, 353 days. Since 1908, it's only the 15th shutout with at least 15 Ks and no walks. Roger Clemens and Pedro Martinez each have 2 through 31 and counting, or maybe Hyun-Jin had the most impressive start, considering it was his 3rd straight scoreless start, running his scoreless streak to 31 innings in a row. Before today's game, 1.72 ERA. After today's game, 1.52 ERA at Hyun-Jin 99. So hot right now. pic.twitter.com/y4okosham. Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodgers May 19, 2019. Get ready for a Harper hot steak. After belting a 466-foot home run on Saturday, Bryce Harper went yard again on Sunday with another long blast in a 7-5 victory over the Rockies.
Nice Bryce.
When he's on, he's so captivating and charismatic. Harper's weekend was good news for the Phillies, but Kyle Freeland continues to be bad news for the Rockies. He was pulled in the second inning of this game, laboring through 65 pitches and seeing his ERA climb to 6.05. Freeland was a clear regression candidate after posting a 2.85 ERA last year, but I still expected a sub 4.0 ERA and a good season. Last year, he was the master of soft contact, but his hard hit rate has increased from 29.1% to 39.2%. Get ready for a Vladdy Jr.
Hot streak. Wait, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. may already be on one. He homered for the fourth time this week on Sunday in a 5-2 win over the White Sox. Many underestimated you. Most of them are offline now.